Welcome to Picture Healer channel. Today we want to talk about how to do the Chinese date selection. When do we need to select a lucky day or a lucky direction for our event? It's usually related to important event in life, such as a wedding, or you want to start a business, long distance travel, big meeting, ceremony, setting up religious item, or you want to set up or remove Feng Shui items. Or maybe you want to find a lucky day to move into a new house, or an auspicious day to start your construction project. So those are some popular events. We will check the Chinese calendar to find the auspicious date and direction. And you can always extend beyond the important event and use the same principle to pick out the best day for your activity, such as haircut, meeting friends, or even just finding a parking spot in a parking lot, or finding the best seat in a restaurant. So how do we select an auspicious day the traditional Chinese way? First, we should consider people involved in this event and the nature of this event, and we can find the matching energy of the day from the calendar. And we also should consider the approximate date and the time of the event, and also the location or direction, if the direction is important, such as construction or traveling. First, we'll look at the people involved. An easy way to look at it is to find out the animal sign of the people who's involved. For example, to plan a wedding, we have to know the bride and groom's animal signs and also consider their parents' animal sign. And if you have an important business meeting, you can consider the business owner or manager's animal sign. And when we talk about the Chinese animal signs, in the fortune telling and Feng Shui, we are looking at the 24 solar turns. And the starting of the year is actually the Li Chun day. That's usually on February 4th, sometimes on the 3rd or 5th of every year. So instead of January 1st or lunar January 1st, the February 4th is a start of a new animal sign. So if your birthday is in January, you belong to the previous year's animal sign. This can get confused easily. An animal sign is the basic of the date selection. So why is animal sign important? We have to look at a little bit theory of the 10 heavenly stems and 12 earthly branches, because this is a basis of the Chinese calendar. There are 60 combinations total with the 10 heavenly stem and the 12 earthly branches. For example, the first one is Jiazi. The Jia is the first of the heavenly stem, and the Zi is the first of the earthly branches. And the second one is Yichou. That's the second of the heavenly stem and the second of the earthly branches. So we can use a 60 combination to mark the year, the month, the date, and even time in the day. For example, 2024 is a Jia Chen year. That's the first of the heavenly stem, and the Chen is the fifth of the Di Zhi, the earthly branches. And the January 2024 is a Yichou month. And the January 1st of 2024 is a Jiazi day. I have all the stem branch information in my 2024 Feng Shui calendar. If you are interested, I will have the link in the description box. And why is it related to date selection? Because the 12 earthly branches represent 12 animal signs. So the Zi year is a rat year, Chou year is the ox year. And every month also has representing earthly branches. So you can have a rat month, ox month, tiger month, and so on. And it's the same for each day. There's red day, ox day, tiger day, rabbit day, based on the earthly branches. Now we know the year, month, and date and their belonging animal sign. We can look at this chart. This is a Chinese zodiac wheel. It's always in a certain order. And they can have many different relationships. And the one very basic relationship is conflict. That's the opposite animal signs. When it's 180 degrees opposite, those two animal signs are in conflict. For example, the rat at the bottom and the horse on the top, they are conflicting animal signs. And the ox is conflicting with the goat. The tiger is conflicting with monkey. Now we know the basic conflict of the animal sign. We can avoid the conflict. For example, if your animal sign is a horse, you want to avoid the red day. And the red is zi in the earthly branches. So if you want the best energy, you should avoid the red day or the zi day. Another way is to look at the animal sign of the month. For example, the January 2024 is the ox month. So opposite to the ox is a goat. So we should avoid the goat day. And the goat day in the ox month is called the breaking day of the month, based on the 12 gods or the 12-day officers. We'll look at it next. The 12-day officers or the 12 gods is one of the popular system in traditional Chinese calendar. There are 12 gods, each one represents a certain energy, and they are in a certain order, so each day it brings the certain energy to that day. And the idea is to match your event with the energy of the 12 god. Then that will be a lucky day for your event. Here is a quick look of the 12-day officers. The first one is establishing. So it's good to start a new project, a new job. It's good for wedding, ceremony, or signing contract. The second one is remove. So it's a good day to get rid of old and outdated. And it's lucky for demolition, house cleaning, haircut, visiting doctor, removing Feng Shui cures. The third god is called the Fool. It means accumulation and abundance. So it's lucky for ceremony, wedding, moving, trading, signing a contract, travel, learning new skills. The fourth one is called balance. The energy is even, balanced, and ordinary. It's good for fixing streets and fixing houses, starting a new construction, setting up a bed, or pest control. The fifth one is called stable. It's similar to the balanced, but it has a meaning of the settled down and even a little bit stale. It's good for wedding, setting up a bed, ceremony, or do business. Number 6 is execute. It's about power and status. So this is a good day if you need to do any law enforcement or correct any mistakes from the past. And this is a good day for renovation, wedding, ceremony, signing contract, and a funeral. The seventh god is called breaking. And literally this can mean things break down easily and the energy is going downward. So avoid any major festive event during the breaking days. And it's okay to visit the doctor to do renovation or house demolition. The number 8 is called danger. So it's about danger and obstacles. So this is not a good day for travel or taking risks. The ninth one is called success. And this is about accomplishment, fame, and success. So it's lucky for wedding, funeral, starting business, starting construction. is basically lucky for everything. The 10th day is called harvest, and it's time to harvest your hard work and store away your reward. And it's also a good day for wedding, setting up a bed, starting a construction, trading, signing contract, travel, farming, and money management. And the last two are open and close. An open day is good for ceremony, wedding, open house, starting a school, starting a job, starting a construction, business, trading, traveling, open for business. And the last one, the closed day, means the ending, in closing, or solid. So it's better for funeral, building an animal house, pest control, and avoid this day for starting a business, traveling, wedding, moving, or starting a construction. And the most important day in the 12-day officers are the first one, the establish, and the number 7, the break-in, because they are like the opposite in the 12 animal sign. So how do they arrange the 12 officers in a month? Since the month is divided by the 12 solar turns, so the first solar turn of each month is technically the beginning of the month. For example, January 2024, the first solar turn is January 6, it's called 小寒, or the lesser cold. And the January is the month of ox. So the first ox day after the 小寒, the solar turn, will be the established day. So that's January 14th, 丁丑 day. The 丑 means the ox. So that's the established day. And the next day will be the remove day. And the following that will be full day and balance day, following the order. And around the first solar turn of each month, there will be a repeat of the 12-day officer. So in January, that's the January 6th and the January 7th. Both are execute date. This might look like a mistake at first, but it's done this way on purpose. So the first established day will match the animal sign of the month. So there will be 2 continuous days of the same day officers in each month, around the first solar turn of each month. So that's one way of selecting the lucky date for your event. And if your event is related to direction, such as starting a construction or traveling, you can find your lucky direction of the day. And the principle is very simple. We look at the animal sign chart. The opposite signs are conflicting each other. So first, we'll avoid the conflicting direction. Each of the animal signs represent one direction. The rat is always in the north and the horse is always in the south. So for a rat day, the south is conflicted. And for a horse day, north is a conflicted direction. And you can find all the information in my 2024 Feng Shui Planner book, so you don't have to check the chart every time. Besides the conflicting direction, I also show the direction of happiness star and the wealth star. And those are based on the 10 heavenly stem and 12 earthly branches. So there's a certain order to follow. If your event is more related to happiness, you can look at the happiness star direction. If you are more concerned about wealth, then look at the wealth direction of the day. So those are the basics of the date selection and finding your auspicious directions. There are many other different systems, such as the traditional 28 stars astrology, the 5 element, the I Ching, and even the flying star. We know the yearly star and monthly star, and every day there is also a flying star chart. but that can be too detailed and too complicated and not very practical. So in our 2024 Feng Shui Planner, the lucky activity is based on many different systems, and it's all for your reference only. It's not a strict rules. Different systems can have some conflicting information, so you still need to use your own judgment and look at your own situation. The book is supposed to be a tool to help you, and you make the final decision. So I hope you are more clear about how to use a traditional calendar to select an auspicious date and auspicious direction. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for buying the book. Your support is always important, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and see you next week.